Look, we all love Fox bodies, but we also know that the prices are going sky high right now, and they have been that way for years. I hear people all the time blame creators like us, but that's actually not true. I'm not saying that we don't contribute to it. Sure, everybody does. Your Facebook post, your Facebook groups that you're in, that you're posting in, and you're hyping up these cars and everything else, it all factors in. Ultimately, I believe there's a way to get these prices back down on the FoxBody Mustangs. And you guys might not like it. It's probably gonna sting a little, but we're about to talk about it. Now, there's no denying that a FoxBody Mustang is a very popular platform, and it's getting to the point now to where the normal guy just can't afford to go out and buy a FoxBody. It's getting close to the level of what it used to be if somebody wanted to go buy a nice clean Grand National 10, 12 years ago. A nice clean GT or a coupe right now is in that territory for a lot of people. You could blame influencers, you could blame everybody under the sun. But ultimately, there's one thing that we can all do to get the prices back down reasonable. This is a double-edged sword, because when the prices are high, it's great for the guys that own these cars, right? As an investment, or maybe you're trying to sell one, obviously you like for the prices to be higher. The guy that's looking to purchase one wants the price lower. So there is no right answer to this. But I will say that somewhere in between the prices that we're seeing right now is really where Fox bodies belong. Look, can we just cut the shit for a minute? This is not a $17,000 car or whatever you guys are paying for these things now, in my personal opinion. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. It's just not worth it to me. And I love these cars. I understand times change. I get that. Do the times have to change that much to where we're paying $35,000, $40,000 for a clean notch? And I'll be showing you guys prices all along on the screen just to show you some of the crazy numbers that people are asking for these cars. Now, does that mean that some of these aren't worth the price? Absolutely not. There's a lot of really nice cars out there that are worth what they're asking. As a matter of fact, Caleb's got two great examples of his own right now, but there's a lot of guys running around with lightly modified cars with heads, cams, stuff like that. Underside of the car is all beat up, pinch welds are rusted, strut towers are rusted. I see these cars going for $17,000, $23,000, $25,000 sometimes, and they need paint, or they're full of filler, right? Enough on that. I want to talk about what we can do to get the prices back down on these cars.
Watermelon Fox dripping summer style. Fox body vibes that'll make you smile. Neon glow cruising day and night. Retro Fox looking clean and right. If you love that old school drag swag flow, hit up Essie, y'all already know. Check us out, roll the drag swag. Fresh Fox body gear they wish they had.
It's simple, guys. Stop paying the premiums. Boycott their asses. The ones that are out here with a car like this trying to get 30 grand out of it, right? And trust me, they do. I see it all the time. That is not a $30,000 car, y'all. But they're out there asking it. You know why they ask it? Because you're paying it. Everybody could hold out for 3 months and not pay the premiums for these cars that some of these people are wanting. You'll see the price start to go down. You can't sell a car when there's no buyer. Also, the price difference between North and South, and I think that's just the easiest way to separate this, maybe West Coast as well. But down here in the deep South, in the dirty, in lower Alabama, over in Georgia where I'm from, you can find Fox bodies all day long for about $6,500, $8,500 bucks. And I still feel like that's a little high for what a lot of these cars are, but they're nowhere near to what you guys are paying, probably out on the West Coast, and I know up around New York area because I pulled up some of those Facebook marketplace listings. What are we doing, guys? I know it's hard up north to find a really nice, clean Fox body without a bunch of rust. I get that. Yeah, the floor pans may not be rusted all the way through, but they still got flaky ass rust on them, and people are asking $20,000, $25,000 for these cars. Boycott the guys that are asking these stupid numbers for cars that just aren't worth it. Let's go in and take a look at the Calypso, and I'll give you what I think this car is worth. Now the Calypso is a little different animal. It's carbureted, it's got a 393 stroker. It's more street strip / race car, and that's a tough sell on a car like this. I feel like this car, realistically, if you were to sell it in the race community, right? Somebody that wanted to go race it and finish it up, you know, and really turn it into a nice race car. Now, this car probably be worth about $12,000. It's got a lot of good stuff. It's got a T56, so probably around 12 grand or so I could see for this. Now, these cars deserve to be where they are. These are old cars and they are very hard to find. Fox bodies just aren't that hard to find. I'm telling you, they're really not. Sometimes you got to venture outside of your comfort zone. You got to travel a little bit, right? Or maybe you find yourself a little bit of a project car. Project cars can be very tricky, and we're going to touch on that for a second. Let's say you got $2,500 and you're looking for a Fox body. That's all the money you got. You saved up for months and you got yourself 2,500 bucks and you're just seeing if you can't find a deal. Well, let's say you run across one. It's got some dents and dings and AC doesn't work and power steering doesn't work, but it runs and drives or moves around at least, right? So you go spend all of your money on this Fox body. Now you have no money to fix it. And guess what? There's a good chance you're gonna hate this car. No AC, maybe the power steering, like I said, is messed up. Maybe the brakes are bad, transmission grinds, but you got yourself a running, driving $2,500 Fox body. With that being said, that doesn't mean that it's a bad deal. It just may be a bad deal for you. The other guy that's maybe got 10 grand in his account, he goes out and he buys that $2,500 Fox body. He's got money to spend to fix it. So now he's gonna have a really nice car for, 10 grand. You have to be aware of who you are when you go buy these cars. Now, you can go out and buy a $10,000 Fox body if that's all the money that you have, and really pick through them, and you can probably find a car that'll take you from A to B, drive it around, go back and forth to work, maybe even take the family out on a vacation with it. Who knows? That doesn't mean just because you pay that price or it looks good that it will be a dependable car, because these things are getting old, sensors are failing, wiring harnesses are failing, but you get yourself closer to that mark. So in other words, this market that we're in is just crazy. It's all over the place when it comes to Fox bodies. We're paying too much for a lot of them. And then people are going out and they're spending all their money on a project car and they're finding out that it's just too much work. It's a crazy world out here in the Fox body community, but ain't it fun? Let's be honest, it is. It's fun, because although we are paying a lot of money, more than we should for them, at least they're out there and they're appreciated, right? Which brings me to my next dilemma here. I don't want my Fox body to be so cheap that every Tom, Dick, and Harry can go out and buy themselves a $2,500, $3,500 decent Fox body, and they're just everywhere now. Like, everybody's got them, they're ragging them out again. And I also don't want them so expensive that people can't obtain one. That's kind of where we're headed. Guys, you get to make the call. Stop buying these expensive ass cars. All right, y'all, the time's come where I'm gonna tell you what I feel like this car right here is worth. You can say, man, you're just out of touch. You're too old, you don't know what you're talking about. This is a stock bottom end car with a stock T5, 373 gears, a Vortex supercharger, and a B cam. It's a clean car. It's not perfect, but it's very clean. There's no dents, dings, scratches, nothing like that on this car. There again, not a perfect car, but nice and clean. $9,500, $9,500. That to me is what this car is worth, and you guys stop paying $23,000 for a car like this. But as long as you're paying it, these guys are going to sell these cars at that price. So with all that being said, I got a question for you before we wrap this up. Where do you feel like the market needs to be? Do we need to continue with the price increase, or do we need to bring things back down to where they're more obtainable to the normal human? I'd like to know your thoughts down below, and also your thoughts on why do you think the market is what it is. And don't blame me. I'm going to do this very thing. It's like people say that when I do this, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you talk about it and then things happen because you talked about it, and it looks like, hear me out. The 94-95 was only a 2 model year. Fox bodies are Fox bodies. That's 79 to 93. Everybody loves every year of those. These though, 2 years. 2 years. They're going to be really hard to find the 5.0s in decent shape at some point, okay? So if you guys can't afford one of those because of the freaking price increase, you better get one of those. Oh, and I do want to clarify one thing. I'm not saying that you can't go out and buy a car for $1,500, $2,500, and if that's all the money you got, that's a bad move. Maybe you're mechanically inclined and you have parts laying around. Basically, all I'm saying is there's different situations for different people. Now, with all of that being said, I want to show you guys an actual good purchase. And that's not officially a FoxBody, but it ties right in to what we're talking about right now. Check out this car that my buddy Ray just picked up. A car like this is a perfect example of what I'm trying to describe to you guys. So he goes and picks this car up, I think for like 1,700 bucks, drives down, gets it. It's got a transmission issue in it, but the car runs and drives. It's not really beat up. It looks pretty damn good. I think it's gonna need like some headlights and a mirror. Outside of that though, we're good to go. Well, immediately Ray starts ordering parts, right? So he orders everything that he needs for this car. He's got a huge list. I may just show you guys the list that he sent me. So that is a very good deal. And these cars can be found for really good prices, and even the FoxBodies, right? Although we're talking about a SN95 right now, these cars can be found that same way. You just gotta look around, right? I'm sure you guys will see that car on the channel coming up here pretty soon. All right, well look, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. And as always, thanks for watching.
FoxBody Prime and camshaft sound. Brutal shirts all over town. Lowered stance and burnout flames. Retro Fox is built for fame. Washed black tees, vintage style. Built for car guys driving wild. Brutal, wear it loud, wear it proud. FoxBody culture for the crowd.